What is up, my friends? We are back for another weekend comic book haul, albeit a late one. We're here nonetheless for the week of September 19th, 2018. I hope that you were able to grab everything that you were looking for last week, and if you didn't, I hope you find it in the near future for a wonderful, wonderful price. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you giving the channel a shot. Hopefully you see some things that you like or like the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please give the video a like, share, subscribe, comment, and chat with me about comic books. That's what I'm here for. Current subscribers, you continue to amaze me. I appreciate you. The number's growing each and every day. So that's fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. So for the past few videos that I've done on the weekend, or for the weekend comic book hauls, I've included books that I've liked, that I've read, that I enjoyed, I should say. And I just like to share those type of things with you guys. I know there's things that we want to read that we can't get around to and things like that. So it's nice to hear, what people are reading and what we should probably put at the top of our list. I know there's a lot of times where people shout out books to me that I had no idea about. So I appreciate that exchange, and that's what this segment is here for. So if you're reading anything that I share, let me know what you think about it. If you decide to read something that I share, let me know what you thought about it after you read it. Let's talk. So I have a pretty hefty haul for you guys and girls this week. But before we get into that, like I said, we're going to look at a few books that I enjoyed reading this weekend. I got a lot of reading done, so there's a few good books in here to share with everyone. So first we have Batman Damned. Great read if you have the time. I really enjoyed it. I really liked Batman's costume in this issue. It was really cool to see. I can't really put my finger on the style of it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. The story was great. I loved the way it was written. I really enjoyed that. So I'm looking forward to book 2. Hopefully it comes out really soon. Adventures of the Super Sons, issue number 2, continuing to be a great read. I love the Super Sons for some reason. This was a great storyline, nice twist towards the end that I really enjoyed. So it was a great time. If you're reading Super Sons, let me know what you think about it. I don't hear much talk about it. I know people really love it, but I haven't had many conversations with people personally about how much they enjoy it. So let me know what you think about Super Sons if you're reading it. The Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Marvel PS4 Spider-Man cover variant. Great story. First of all, I love this costume. It is my favorite next to the symbiote suit. I spent a lot of time playing Spider-Man on PS4 in this very suit, swinging around the city, not saving anybody. Just swinging right past the crimes. Great game, great suit. Can't wait for the DLC packs to start being released. But anyway, let's get away from that. Great story. So apparently, while Spider-Man had his hands on the symbiote suit, it was taking him out on night excursions, saving, the people in the city of New York. And he couldn't catch up on sleep, and he couldn't figure why he was so tired, because in his mind, he's going to sleep. But whenever he would go to sleep, the suit would take over and take him out to fight crime. So that kind of dynamic was really taking a toll on him. And it was a great story overall that I really enjoyed. So check it out if you haven't. If you have checked it out, let me know what you think. Death or Glory, issue number 5. Death or Glory continues to be a great series for me. It's action-packed. It's right up my alley. Before I got into comic books, I just thought comic books were strictly for superhero stories. And that is so not the case. And books like this stand out to me because they're off the beaten path of what I thought comic books were. So if you can think of a genre of movies or books, there's probably something for you within the comic book world. And I guess if you're here, I probably don't have to tell you that. But, I'd rather not assume that everyone knows certain things. So great stories, enjoying them all. I got a few more, and then we'll get to the haul. Hot Lunch Special continues to be great. Issue number 1 definitely set the tone. So I will be continuing to read this. Issue number 2 was very good as well. So let me know what you're thinking about that if you're reading it. I know a lot of people jumped on Hot Lunch Special number 1. I want to see if that continues for anyone. If you're still reading it, let me know what you think. Pearl by Brian Michael Bendis is gearing up to be a fantastic time, in my opinion. I really enjoy the storyline, and I really, really, really like the artwork. She Could Fly is one of my favorites right now. I just love the craziness, the things that the girl is dealing with, Luna's dealing with. I love that her whole dynamic. I like that the description did not do the book justice to what's actually happening. So there's a lot more going on than the description of issue 1 let on. So it's like an onion peeling back layers, and I really like that. She Could Fly, issue number 3, and this is going to end at issue number 4. So I will be sad to see it go, but it was a great time. Venom, issue number 6. This seems to be over as well. Last page said end. It was very fun though. I really enjoyed reading this series, this run. Excuse me. Really fun. I really liked the excitement around it. Everyone was really hype about it, especially around issue number 3 and 4. It got really, really crazy. So it was a great time. Sad to see this one go. If you read issue number 6, let me know what you thought about the ending. Did it live up to the hype? Were you expecting more? Did it deliver? Let me know what you thought about it. Can't wait to hear from you. Venom, issue number 6. An honorable mention, Burnouts. This is something I picked up just because I liked the cover. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you have a chance to read it, make sure you give it a shot. It was pretty cool. So now we get into the weekend haul. First we have Moth and Whisper. I have no idea what's getting ready to happen in this storyline, but I try to pick up first copies or first issues whenever I can. Can't grab them all, of course. I'm not rich Uncle Pennybags. There's new stuff coming out every week, so if the cover grabs my attention, I try to grab it. If I don't know anything more about it than just looking at the cover. That is the A cover, and this is the B cover. Relay, issue number 3. Issue number 1 was fantastic. I likened it to Demolition Man. That's the vibe it gave me. And I really, really enjoyed it. I slipped away from issue number 2, and I will definitely be getting around to reading that soon. I would say this weekend, but this weekend is Baltimore Comic-Con, and I'm sure I'm getting no reading done this weekend. I can't wait to, experience my first Comic-Con. So hopefully I can try to make this a yearly thing when they come around to Baltimore and have some fun, see some cool artists, meet some cool people, get some things graded, a few books. I want to do at least 5 books, I'm thinking, at least. There may be more, but you'll have to stick around to see. I don't want to give too much away, but I'm really excited about that, really pumped. So can't wait. Relay number 3. Here we have Low Road West. This is issue number 1, the B cover. I grabbed issue number 1, the A cover, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. That sounds about right. I could be wrong, but it sounds right. And when I went to my shop this past Saturday, they had this behind the counter, and I had no idea what it was. So I asked, and when they told me, I decided to grab it since I already had the A cover. Looks pretty cool. Have not read the story yet. Haven't heard anything about the story. So I look forward to reading that when I have some time. Black Badge, issue number 2. Continuing to read this one. Issue number 1 was a good read. I really enjoyed it. I liked the story, what's happening. So I can't wait to see what this has in store. Issues number 1 and 2 were really good. So give them a shot if you haven't. Bully Wars. This is the Scotty Young variant. Issue number 1. Picked it up basically because it's Scotty Young. Why not? Again, no clue what's happening, but Scotty Young is working on it, so I'm giving it a shot. Can't wait to see what this book entails. Love the artwork though. The covers definitely got my attention. Death or Glory, issue number 5, the B cover. Really like this cover. The B covers are harder and harder for me to find, it seems, after issue 2, I want to say. So I was really excited when I stumbled upon this one this weekend. So I had to grab it, and I love this cover. Really cool. And once again, great story. Action-packed. The Sandman universe, House of Whispers. I was looking forward to this one, and when I read it, once I got my head wrapped around what was happening, I enjoyed it. So I think there will be a second issue to this one. I don't know if there's going to be more than that, but I'm looking forward to reading that and continuing the story. This is the B cover, the cover I was really looking forward to. So I finally have a copy. Here is Cover, another Brian Michael Bendis storyline, and this is issue number 1, but the B cover. And what's special about this one is that this artist, this is her first cover, so that's pretty cool. So once I heard that, I decided to grab a copy. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have. Well, I decided that if I saw a copy, I would grab one. It wasn't my intention. I just stumbled upon one, so I got lucky. I didn't go out looking for it. It kind of fell into my lap. I'm not hearing, I haven't heard many things about that story as of yet, but I'll get to it sooner rather than later. Border Town. This is the C cover, I believe. So I just grabbed another copy because I really liked it. Really creepy cover, and I'm all about creepy. Green Arrow, number 44, the B cover. For some reason, I couldn't pass this cover up. Really liked it, so had to grab it. I don't read Green Arrow at all, but that one got my attention, as they do from time to time. Batman Day was a few days ago, I want to say. Last Wednesday. So we got a few free special edition books. One is Batman Low Gotham special edition. Really nice cover. And also Batman White Knight special edition, which was a fantastic story, great artwork, great storyline. If you haven't read it, give it a shot. Next up, Deathstroke, issue number 35, the Mattina cover. Mattina can do no wrong in my eyes, and this is a fantastic cover. I've been grabbing each and every one of these Deathstroke versus Batman covers that Mattina has done. So I believe this is my second copy. Glad to have it. Nightwing 48 B cover. Really like this cover. Like the artwork, like the coloring. Really dope. Next up, we get into the wonderful world of DC, Hanna-Barbera, and DC Looney Tunes. I know some of you have seen these books a few times before, but I just keep grabbing them. I gotta have them. Green Lantern, Space Ghost, #1. I have one other copy of this. I didn't realize that when I picked this one up, but I'm not mad I grabbed an extra copy. I learned my lesson from the first release, so I'm grabbing these every opportunity I have so I don't miss out. And the stories are great in my opinion. Some better than others, of course, but they're all good ways to pass the time and to unplug from TV and the internet and all that stuff. So I'm always a happy camper when I get to read some books. Catwoman, Tweety and Sylvester, issue #1. And that is the A cover, followed by the B cover, Harley Quinn, Gossamer, A cover, B cover, the Joker, Daffy Duck, A cover. Really like this cover. The coloring, the artwork. I remember really liking how Batman was drawn in this issue as well. Here's the B cover. Story was really good. Really enjoyed it. My second favorite out of the 4. My favorite was Lex Luthor, Porky Pig. And there's that creepy cover that everyone loves so much. And here is the B cover, which is really cool. Next up, Wonder Woman 54, Jenny Frison cover. Spectacular cover. What else can you say about this cover? It's gorgeous. One of those things I happened to stumble upon, wasn't looking for it, but when I saw it, it had to leave with me. So happy to have that. And I know Jenny Frison's going to be in Baltimore, so maybe I can get something signed. I have to figure out which one of her stories, or which one of her covers I want to take with me. This may be one. Here's one that viewers were telling me about, yelling at me about, wondering if I got it, why didn't I get it, kind of thing. And I'm happy to say I got my hands on it. Mr. Miracle, issue 11. That's the A cover. That looks really good. And somehow, some way, the stars aligned, and I was able to get the B cover, which is my favorite of the 2. Don't ask me why, because I don't have an answer. So, next up we have Venom, issue #3, 3rd printing. Great cover of Null. And I was able to grab 2 copies, I should say. I really lucked up on this one. I grabbed this one at my Saturday shop. I don't know how I managed to, or they managed to keep books on the shelf for so long. I always expect when I get there by Saturday that everything's going to be taken, but they do a great job of stocking their shelves, which I greatly appreciate. Locally, the 3 shops in my area, I guess we're more comic book savvy down this way, so people pick those shelves clean more often than not of the good stuff. So Venom was a great story. Great run. Thanos Legacy, issue number 1. One of my favorite covers of this issue. My favorite. I don't have yet, but I will definitely get it soon. I see it's available back on Midtown, so I will be grabbing it. Thanos Legacy, Cosmic Ghost Rider Versus. Really cool cover. I think that's the E cover. My favorite of the Cosmic Ghost Rider Versus covers is the Immortal Hulk number 5, the B cover. I really love this cover. If I could grab 3 more of these, I'd be a happy camper for some reason. I just love how the Hulk is grabbing that wheel orb situation. That looks really cool, and how the light shining off of him is great. Great cover. Moon Girl and Devin Dinosaur. I had to grab another copy. The first one I grabbed was pretty bent up, so there were still some around at my local shop, so I grabbed a new copy. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avengers, Spider-Man PS4 Marvel variant. Love that cover. Love that costume. Mr. Negative looks pretty cool on the cover as well. That game is so dope. Something I had to order from Midtown because I couldn't have enough. The Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 1, Ties That Bind, a Marvel Annual Epic. And this is the Gabriel Auto cover, which might have to come with me this weekend to Comic-Con. Love this cover. Love it so much. I ordered 2, and this may have been 2 months ago I ordered these. Really like this cover. The story was great too. Didn't disappoint. Here's another one where the viewers were, telling me about this one, asked me why didn't I get it, what happened. I didn't see this originally when it came out, but I'm glad I was able to stumble upon it this past weekend. Edge of Spider-Geddon, issue number 2. And that is the A cover. This was one of those things where you go to the shop, on Wednesday, you get everything you wanted, and then you get home, you start looking at haul videos, and you're like, why didn't I get that? And it's because I didn't see it. They didn't have any at my shops on Wednesday. So I made my Saturday journey and was able to find some. So Saturdays have been saving me a lot of trouble. Here we have the B cover, which looks really good, and both are in amazing condition. And last but not least, we have Edge of Spider-Geddon, issue number 3, the B cover. And I was able to get 2 of those, and that was completely by accident. I don't know how 2 ended up in my hand, but when I got home and I realized I wasn't taking it back. So there you have it, my friends. I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I know this was a lengthy one, so I hope this makes up for me missing out on last Saturday. But I hope you had a good time. Hope you saw some books that you liked. If you're new, please make sure to check out some older videos. I'm sure you'll see some great books, and be sure to chat with me in the comments, especially if you subscribe, so I can thank you personally. I do not take any of you guys or girls for granted. Thanks for hanging out with me once again, and now get out there and grab those